Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with a really cool arcade game this evening. Check out this one. Doesn't get much more cool than this from the 90s. This is a Neo Geo 4-slot Big Red, as it's called, arcade game. We got this in probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. We were saying in some of the previous videos that we've been doing lately that we're working through a lot of our stuff that we've had in storage a long time. This game we probably got 4 or 5 years ago, and it had been kitted into something else. And they had painted over it all and turned it into a different game and got rid of all the Neo Geo stuff. But you can obviously tell it was a Neo Geo, and it's gotten to the point where these are fairly collectible. People really are on the lookout for these. So what we did was we took all of the stuff out of it that had made it the other game and then made it back into a Neo Geo 4-slot. So we're not all the way there yet, but we've got it up and running and in pretty good shape. So we figured we'd shoot a little video just to show off this particular cabinet. Like I said, they call this one the Big Red. I can't remember the official serial number, but it's like MVS-425 or something like that. Whenever we got this, it had all been painted black, so we repainted it back the proper Neo Geo red, like it should have been, and it looks damn good in my opinion. I think it turned out really well. We put new T-molding on it, of course, which really kind of makes the red look great like it should. And this is kind of how these were done back then. They were red, and then the bottom was black. And it originally had some text here where it would say MVS arcade system or whatever, SNK. But of course that's long gone because they painted over it. It was silk screened on the original ones. They make some decals that you can buy that you put back on. We just didn't get those yet. But that would make it even nicer. Of course the front was repainted red as well, like it's supposed to be. And whenever we got it, the monitor was missing. So we had to cobble together a new monitor. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. The game board was missing. So we had to track down a original Neo Geo 4-slot game board, which we were able to find and install. Along with 4 games. The wiring was still in it because it's basically JAMA. It's a little different than JAMA, but it's basically JAMA. And the wiring was still in it. They had just put a different JAMA title in it, and we were able to just plug the board back in. We didn't have to do anything with the wiring, which was good. The control panel was there, and fortunately they hadn't drilled any extra holes, but the artwork was gone. They had just put a full wrap overlay on the entire control panel. So we took that off, cleaned it up, repainted the control panel the black that it's supposed to be, and then bought this really nice high quality overlay that's made of the original style plastic. We got this from quarterarcade.com. It's made of the original style, like plexiglass. Or acrylic, I guess it is, and installed it. Of course, it came out really, really nice. That's some top of the line stuff there. It's fairly expensive, but it's if you've got a Neo Geo, that's the way to go. Now, if you do order one of those overlays, be very careful because there's 2 types of button patterns. On some of them, it's like this, A, and then the B, C, D are right next to each other. There was another kind that they all 4 of them are curved, and so of course, if you get this overlay, it won't fit if you've got one of those cabinets, but. This one, of course, was the one that they make a new overlay for. Look at the sheen on that. Just really nice. Now, originally, this would have had little, there's these little circuit boards that go under here that show an LED here that tells you how many credits you have. Now, it also says it on the screen. When it comes back. So it says it on the screen, credit 0, but it's supposed to say it right here too. There's a little LED board that goes under it and some wiring that wires to the main board, but we don't have that. We're going to have to try to track those down, but it was missing. They had removed it from the cabinet. So the control panel came out really nice. It just needs those little LED things. Now, also originally on the game, right here in the control panel, there was a little board that mounts behind here, and that's the memory card slot. So you could insert your memory card in there and actually save your stats and things. And then these are 2 headphone jacks. So there's a little board that's supposed to go behind here. That's missing too. We're going to have to try to track that down. And there's also a little label that goes over the front of it that explains to you where to put the memory card and the 2 headphone jacks. The coin door came out pretty good. It needs cleaned up a little bit still, and we need to take this one apart and figure out the insert. But all in all, it's coming along nicely. I love that red color. Man, it just looks fantastic. So the other issue that we had, and again, a lot of times whenever you get a game like this, it's obviously a Neo Geo Big Red, right? Whenever you see this game, you can't help but know exactly what game it is. And they had already taken everything out of it, and it was basically an empty cabinet. So you got a couple choices. You can just junk the thing, or you can go ahead and spend a bunch of money and try to bring it back. So we went ahead and spent a bunch of money and tried to bring it back. So we're doing the best we can with it. Of course, it's not going to be perfect because we don't have all of the stuff. But another issue that we ran into was this marquee. Now, the way these originally worked, if you're a Neo Geo person, I'm sure you know exactly how they originally worked. But the way it originally worked was there were 4 little, they call these mini marquees, that show the 4 games. And whenever the game that you're playing is on, it would light up that particular marquee, and then the other ones would be dark. So it would be brighter than this. This would be real bright, and the other 3 would be dark. And then whenever you change the game by hitting select game, this one would go dark, and then this one would light up, and it would, you know, that's how that worked. Well, the panels that they used behind that, all of them burn up fairly quickly. Over the course of 6 or 7 years, they all stopped working. Now you can buy, some people have made a modern replacement for that actually you can replace them with and get them working again. Whenever we bought this cabinet though, we ran into a big issue where whenever they changed it to a different game, they changed the damn marquee. So it really screwed us up because there's little slots that these slide in on the correct marquee, and that's missing. So what we did was we made something up. Now we already had the Neo, this part was still on it for whatever reason, but they had changed out this part. So what we did was we took the plexiglass that they had, painted it red, and then just taped the marquees to it, and then it's covered with another piece of plexiglass. So you end up with a similar look. Oh, and it has a light behind it where they're just all illuminated at all times like a regular marquee. So you end up with a similar look, you know, where it looks presentable, but it's not quite exactly how it's supposed to be. So most of the ones of these that you find will have the original marquee the way it's supposed to be, which looks very similar to this, but would be red with slots that these slide into. Looks about like this. Most of them you find will be like that, and this thing will just be dark because the panels don't work anymore. Well, in this particular cabinet, the panels were all missing. All of that wiring was missing. That probably didn't work anyway. So we put a light behind it, and it's always on. So, like I said, it looks presentable, but it ain't perfect. If you were looking for just the perfect example of this, and you wanted it to be exactly how it was when it came out, that wouldn't work for you. But if you're looking for a nice, clean example, I think we've done a pretty good job of bringing this one back to life and getting it doing its thing again. I wish it was perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than where we started, so we're proud of it. I really like the red. I mean, red's a tough color. It's hard to get red just right, but I think we got it dead on this one. I mean, that's a really nice red where it's deep and it doesn't look like a damn tomato. So there you go, Neo Geo 4 slot. Now, I'll set up the tripod and we'll play through the few games that are on it real quick. It's got Samurai Showdown 2, it's got Thrash Rally, which is a driving game, it's got Art of Fighting, another fighting game, and it's got Aero Fighters 2, which is like a shooting game. So I'll set up the tripod and we'll go through them, play a quick game of each one. All right, so it's just going through the attract mode. We had a gentleman ask us on YouTube the other day why there was a line rolling through the video on the one that he was watching. And we were explaining to him that any kind of stuff like that you see where there's something weird rolling through the screen or anything, that's not really happening in real life. Like, I'm standing here right now, this picture looks perfect. But whenever you aim a camera at a TV, there's something to do with the refresh rate is different. So the camera picks up this weird scrolling that your human eye doesn't see. So I can see it on the video, but I can't see it in person. So the reason we don't fix that is because we can't fix it. It's not there. So, you know, as the way the thing was designed, it could hold 4 different games. You could swap out the games easily. Check out the broken English on this. Long, long ago, there was a man who tried to make his skill ultimate. Because of his bloody life, it's no accident that he was involved in the troubles. It would just sit here and it'll run through. They call this the attract mode. It's trying to attract you into putting a quarter in the game. So it'll just show you a little demo of the game. Of course, every game has that. You've seen that on everything. If you hit the select game button, it will move to the next game and show you the little preview event. So that's Thrash Rally. We'll play that. That's kind of a little, that's more of a lesser seen one. We'll play it a little bit. So this is a driving game, of course, with no steering wheel. Made for the Neo Geo. One button's accelerate, second button's brake, and you just steer. Simple as that. Here we go. They've got different little cars. We'll try this one. I like the old cars, so that one's kind of got an old look. All this crap about accelerating and handling and all that, I never pay attention to that because I'm not good at it anyway. Get out of my way, bro. Come on, bro. Whoa. Whoop. I thought the guy was going to bomb me or something. Whoa. Okay. Seems legit. What? Sweet. I think I'm winning. Oh. Final stage, people. Games like this, I don't even know why they put a brake button on it. Nobody's going to use that damn brake. Time up, retire. Oh, man, I retired. Look, there I am. Standing on the side of the road like a loser. Look, they timed it where the car disappeared right at 0. Game over. Retire. Alright, so once the game's over, you can select a different game. So Art of Fighting, everybody's played that, but we'll try it out. When I was a kid and these came out, what I loved about them was how it zoomed in and made the characters so big. There was nothing else like that. So look how big the characters are, and then if you back out, it zooms out to where they get real small so that they both are on the screen. And then as you got closer, it would zoom in. That was unheard of back then. And that's kind of stuff sounds like real simple now, but back then that was huge. There was nothing like that. Art of Fighting. Now I'm horrible at these. A button for punching, B for kicking, move joystick up to jump, gotcha. Back for defense. Grab the enemy and press C to throw them. All right. Story mode, select player. We'll be Ryo. So watch how it zooms out and back in. So cool. Tell me where my sister is. Ask for it with your power.
One, fight.
Yeah, oorah, oorah. I don't know any of the special moves. Yeah, that's what's up, Toto. Sounds like a dog.
Round 2, fight.
Look how it zooms out. Boy, that was a trip when I was a kid. The characters are huge. Fun fact, I'm really bad when I'm on that side. I just can't play. I lost. Final round. I can't get it to throw them. I guess I'm not close enough. Oh! My sister's gonna have to find another hero. You have no ability. Try again. Press A button, then C button, and strike a hard blow. All right. Aero Fighters 2. Awesome game. Move left, right. First button's your main shot. B button is your special weapon. And these two you don't need. All right, for all of our fans in Japan. I was looking today, 65% of the people that watch our videos are from the USA. The other 35 outside of the country. And some in Japan. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. You know what time I think it is? Super weapon time. I'm out of super weapons, people. That's that. Cool. Fry to the rain. Yes, sir. It said fry. Rewind it. It said fry. They got me. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good, folks. I bet I don't have any more. I do not have any more. Next target, enemy force in the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, sir. When you're playing a 90s game and it starts lagging like that, you know it's about to get good. Very cool. Fry to Paris. Yes, sir. You think they did that on purpose, knowing that people love that? Ooh, they got me. All right. So that's Aero Fighters 2, and then the first game is Samurai Showdown 2. And Showdown is spelled S-H-O-D-O-W-N. There's no W in it. It took me about 10 years before I ever even noticed that. Long, long ago, there was a man who tried to make his skill ultimate. Because of his bloody life, it's no accident that he was involved in the troubles. A button, light attack with weapon. B button, medium attacks with weapon. A and B button, strong attacks with weapon. C button, light kick. D button, medium kick. C and D button, strong kick. Shift joystick forward twice for dash. That makes a lot of sense. Shift joystick backwards twice for jump back. Shift joystick to right downward twice to roll forward. Shift joystick to left downward twice to roll backwards. Shift joystick downward twice to lie down. When you lose your sword in a battle, you'll be unarmed. All right. A lot of really creative characters in this game. This guy's cool. Time has passed since the last trouble. New battles are going to start now again. Now I shall avenge you, my dear son. Oh man, not this guy. Earthquake! Aren't you skinny? Oh, that didn't work out how I planned it. Yeah. Victory is mine. I don't even know any of the moves. Just imagine how great I could be if I knew how to do a fireball or something. Clear time ranking. Okay. Well, that wasn't good. Also not good. Ooh. These were also really cool back in the day when they first came out because of how they some of the text is in Japanese and of course the speech is in Japanese, which nothing was really like that in America back then. That did not work. Ooh, boy, you can't run up on that guy. It ain't gonna happen. Oh! He sliced me up, people. Oh, it's telling me at the bottom how to do it. Let's see here. They took it away from me before I got to use it. Oh! Oh, and that's that. So there you go. That's a little sampling of what the Neo Geo stuff was like back in the day, and how it looks playing it on the cool Big Red Neo Geo cabinet. Now, by the time you see this video, we may have already sold this Big Red, and we may not have it available anymore. You can see all the games that we have available for sale on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. Or if you're local, stop by and see us. We're in downtown Rock Hill. We're about 15 miles south of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. We've got a showroom here just full of arcade games for sale. And whenever we get one done, we film a little video of it like this. So subscribe to us below, and every time we upload a video, which is every week, it'll tell you that there's something new out. And comment below if you got any comments about the cabinet or any questions or anything. We always answer back our fans, and we will see you on the next video.